Disconnect.
Hello, folks, and welcome to beautiful Stafford Motor Speedway in Stafford, Connecticut. It's time to go late model racing. We had the trucks at Dover where Hunter Carlson pulled off a heck of a move to win that race. If you haven't seen that race, uh, I recommend you go see it. But tonight we're at Stafford in the late models. I'm your host, Emmett Crow. Joined alongside me is Chris Norris, and our producer pushing all the buttons, doing a great job, Mr. Tracy Brown, as always. So, Chris, what are you looking for tonight?
Well, right now, I'm just looking for these guys to maybe try to get a feel for the track, lay down some rubber. Hopefully, we'll see them be patient and just try to
All
make some
right.
good laps here.
All right, so let's go to the grid. Row one, your pole sitter is going to be Mr. Scott Shive, lining up next to Austin Pack on the outside. Row two will feature Austin Cansdale, lining up next to Joshua Tressler in fourth. Row three is going to be Zach Patano, lining up next to Stephen Luttrell in sixth. Row four will be Hunter Carlson, lined up next to Paul Dillon in eighth. Row five will be Jared Berlin and Chris Golden in 10th.
In eighth, we got Benjamin Hollenbaugh and Bradley Young in ninth. Charles Oberg and Yogi Schiller will finish out row seven. And then to finish off tonight's pack, it will be Daniel Jones all alone in row eight.
This race is scheduled for 125 laps, so sit back, folks, because we're about to go green. As we come down the backstretch for the final time, race control giving these guys their final messages about staying clean and everything as we head into turn number 3 as the pace truck hits pit road. And Stafford Motor Speedway, get on your feet because it's green flag racing here in the late model series.
Looks like they took off in fourth gear.
Right off the bat, Scott Shive's going to rock it to the front, and he's going to stay up there. But here comes Austin Pack on the crossover, just trying to pull the move as they go into 3 and 4. Here comes Pack. He'll try to work to the inside. He'll get alongside of him, going down into the line.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is, man, is Austin is still trying to learn these late model stock cars. And so for him to be sitting where he's sitting, that's making a statement right there on his part.
Yeah, Austin Pack, the decorated modified driver at Bowman Gray Stadium. Great modified driver. Has done a great job in these late models. When we did the first late model series, Austin Pack actually walked away. If I remember right, he might have walked away with the championship. I couldn't remember for sure. But Pack doing a great job. Scott Shives in second. Third is going to be Austin Cansdale. Fourth, Zachary Patano. Fifth, Joshua Tressler. Sixth, Hunter Carlson. Seventh, Gerald Berlin. Eighth, Stephen Luttrell. Ninth, Benjamin Hollenbaugh. 10th, Paul Dillon. 11th, Charles Oberg. 12th, Chris Golden. 13th, Bradley Young. 14th, Daniel Jones. And 15th, Yogi Schlier. All right, so here we go. Pack continuing to lead. He's going to be Scott Shives going to follow right there. Austin Cansdale trying to get around Scott Shives. Trying to get to the inside. He's just going to follow him through. Latano, we're getting a little spread out as we hit lap number 7 coming up.
Yeah, but the amazing thing is, though, man, is there is only about 2.5 thousandths of a second that separates this entire field. So it's very competitive on the track.
Yeah, very competitive as well. And these guys are doing a great job. So we take a look at Austin Pack, your leader, from Walkerton, North Carolina, in the 81 Bass Pro Shop machine. Benjamin Hollenbaugh in the 8 M&Ms.
Nice tight little battle right there. between him and Latrell and who's the other driver there in the white car?
That's going to be Paul Dillon.
Yeah, Paul Dillon.
Got Paul Dillon getting alongside Latrell, trying to take the move. As we work lap number 10 this time. Hollenbaugh continuing to hold on to the position. But Latrell and Dillon battling for that last spot in the top 10. Now we see Joshua Tressler getting around Zachary Patano for the 5th position. Hunter Carlson right behind Patano, lined up in 7th. Jared Berlin lined up in 8th. And 9th is going to be Mr. Actually, Chris Golden's going to be in 12th. I thought he was, that's Benjamin Hollenbaugh. I thought it was Chris Golden. There it is. Look at that golden number 86.
Yeah, it's real shiny.
Yeah, it's definitely. Shiny. Yeah, real shiny indeed. Golden riding around there, but meanwhile, Austin Pack continuing to lead. Battle for second. Look at that. There's old Scott Shives rocking his flow gear from Lap Down Racing in the 87 machine.
Cansdale closed the gap on him there.
Yeah, Scott Shives and Austin Lucky Cansdale, as we like to call him around FWM, his stable nickname. Also, there's been talk, but there might be a chance that he might be the nephew of our league owner, Mr. Wayne Cannon. But that's all I can say. As Joshua Tressler doing a great job in the 4th position. And Zach Patano in 5th. So we're working lap 14. These guys, got to give them props. They've done a great job keeping it clean. There hasn't been really anything on the radio except at the beginning. But other than that, actually, and what do you know? Chris Golden and Bradley Young already get into it.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
these guys are running some really good laps, really, really clean. They're giving each other room, space to do things, maneuver, and that's what you like to see.
Well, of course, if our race fans remember, back at Auto Club in the Gen 4 series, Bradley Young got into Chris Golden and ended his night early, and Chris was not happy about it. He mostly wasn't happy because he felt like he had a car that could win, but that car, I mean, it went from 4 wheels to 2 wheels instantly when he hit the wall.
Yeah, let's not talk about Auto Club. Let's just forget about Auto Club.
All right, so now here comes Austin Cansdale trying to get underneath of Scott Shives, trying to get the position away. Cansdale. Oh, I hear something beating and banging in the background. I don't know what. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was Scott Shives beating it off the wall, trying to find something to get a little bit more speed. Sometimes the wall helps, as we like to see. You know, and if these were sprint cars, those guys hit the wall every time when they rip that cushion, just trying to get that speed. But as we see Joe Berlin trying to work underneath Patano. Patano from Crest Hills, Illinois, keeping Jared Berlin, the Tampa driver, at bay. Hunter Carlson riding around in 5th. Stephen Latrell's going to get around Benjamin Hollenbaugh for 10th. Hollenbaugh riding around. Actually, that's for 9th because Hollenbaugh's in 10th. Oberg in 11th. 12th, Bradley Young. 13th, Chris Golden. 14th, Daniel Jones. And 15th is going to be Mr. Yogi Schlier. Austin Cansdale trying to get underneath Scott Shives for that second position as we work lap number 24 this time. Austin back. And we're being told that I guess Yogi has the Monday Night Football game going on in the background because Chris. Well, it might not be Yogi. So the mystery is who has the Monday Night Football game going on in the background, and they're playing it on the Discord server, and a lot of guys are not happy about it. Austin Pack continuing to lead. Scott Shives in second. Austin Caso in third. And
it's been quiet so far for the most part on the track here.
Oh, look at this. We got some driver stats. Austin Cansdale, his highest position that he's been in is third. He's currently in third. He started third. So doing a great job right there. It's Mr. Austin Lucky Cansdale. Just staying right there in third.
Yeah, I'm sure he hopes that he moves up a couple of spots.
Yeah, we look right here, and here comes Scott Shives. He looked to the corner panel of Pack. Now Pack's starting to blink.
That's never good. Yeah, I hate them rabbits.
Uh-oh. We need to focus on Chris Golden. Something's about to go down. I just heard it. Yep. Here it goes. Uh-oh. This ain't going to be pretty. All right. So here we go. See if he does what he says he's going to do.
He's riding in that high line up there. Which is that high groove is not very user friendly.
Well, we gotta keep it focused on this because I don't think he's gonna do it, but if he does, then we'll see it. He is not happy about that, about Monday Night Football being blasted on Discord.
Now, I can see how that might be a little distracting, though. I can really see how that can be nerve-wracking.
That might be Stephen Luttrell, since Luttrell's a big Chiefs fan, and the Chiefs are playing the Jaguars tonight. That might be who it is. I don't know, though. I don't know. I guess he's not going to try it. He came in and he said he was going to turn him, but I guess he's not going to.
Well, that would be one way to end the broadcast, that's for sure. Put him out of the race. You want to go watch the football game? I'll help you go watch the football game.
Stephen Luttrell holding on to this 8th place, trying to get under Paul Dillon. Paul Dillon trying to. This is a 3-car battle. This is a 4-car battle for the 5th position. Throwing Tressler in there. So yeah, this is for the 5th position, as you have 5, 6, 7, 8 all in a line right here. Just trying to get around. Here we go. Here comes Jared Berlin trying to take away the 5th position. Well, we got an update about Chris Golden. He said he couldn't bring himself to turn him as Joshua Tressler got up into the wall. That's going to allow Jared Berlin to move into the 5th position. Great looking camera shot right there, thanks to our good producer and friend, Mr. Tracy Brown. And this is not over, folks. There's somebody else says that they're going to do it. And I can't tell who it is, but somebody came on the mic and just said, "Who is it? I'll do it." So gotta keep an eye on that for sure. So for all these drivers at home, all you iRacers at home, do not be blasting Monday Night Football while you're racing.
Actually, Emmett, you have a question in the Discord. It says, Emmett, did it stop? I muted Yogi in the Discord. So I'm guessing it did not stop.
I was about to say we can't hear anything because we're in the broadcast booth.
Right.
Yeah, I think he thinks it's doing it on the broadcast. No, we're good in the broadcast booth. I think it's the driver's Discord. I believe that's what it is. Because, yeah, Wayne just messaged me and asked me. But now we see right here, Charles Oberg hanging on to the 9th position. Dang,
Oberg has moved up 4 spots.
I thought I put my phone on silent.
Gerald Berlin has also moved up 4 spots in 5th. But that top spot has not changed since the green flag.
Yeah, it has not stopped as Austin Pack continue to lead. This is probably going to go until we have pit stops, if we have pit stops. You know, with this short of a race, we might not have any stops. I mean, Scott Shives is right there. He's doing a great job trying to get under him as we work lap 44 this time. Scott Shives from Jackson, Mississippi. Student at Mississippi State. Needs more cowbell.
Yeah. I was going to say, what's the other school that uses those cowbells? There's another one. It's not Texas, is it?
No, Texas doesn't use it, and
yeah, they're too busy running around throwing up the.
Okay, they're starting to get chatty on the radio. It's not pretty. People are starting to get impatient here, so we may get some. Oh, Gerald Berlin into the wall right there. That's Paul Dillon and Gerald Berlin. 2 Florida boys holding the Kansas City driver of Mr. Stephen Luttrell at bay in the 7th position. As now Luttrell's going to look. Ooh, Berlin into the wall again. Now here comes Luttrell. He'll just rocket past him for that 6th position and has his eyes set on Paul Dillon.
He got by him right there pretty easy, but when you're scrubbing that wall like that, it's easy to do.
Yeah, and great job by Stephen Luttrell. I mean, he started 10th and he's already up 4 positions. So, but meanwhile, this battle for the lead is really heating up as Scott Shives is trying to look underneath of Austin Pack as they hit the line. We're coming to lap 49. We're about to hit 50 laps in this race. This is getting good right here, boys. As we see right here, as Scott Shives is going to try to go peek underneath us. We got a car pulled off the track. I believe that's Zach Patano. I believe that's who that was. So Zach Patano is coming into pit. So now it makes you wonder, as also, wow, Yogi Schleer, Chris Golden, and Patano have all went down a lap. That is crazy. Now Patano's,
they're starting to catch the back of the cars are on the back end of the lead lap now, and in a few more laps they'll be up on them.
I don't think this is a scheduled stop, guys. I think Zach Patano has trouble. He's already went down 2 laps. Now he's going down 3. Wow.
Might be the one going to turn off the TV.
Tough break for Patano. We're still trying to figure out what's going on with that car. Capitano was running up in the 4th position, so this is unbelievable. That's going to put Hunter Carlson up there as we get a great shot of the flagman. Great shot of the start-finish line. Look at these cars. I mean, that's just a beautiful shot. Look at the beautiful crowd we got here at Stafford Speedway in Stafford, Connecticut. You know, I've never... So now we're being told that Zach Pitano is disconnected, so he will be the first car out of the race, and he will be the winner of the race to the beer stand, but not the winner tonight at Stafford.
Yeah, Scott's really starting to put on some pressure here.
Yeah, Scott Shives all over the back bumper of Austin Pack, trying to get to the inside. You know, I had to give that analogy. Good friend of mine that I did some races with, Mr. Alan Bergen, that's what he always said when when the first car would be disconnect or a DNF. He'll be like, well, they won the race to the beer stand. Shout out to Alan Bergen over at Sim Racing Media. As we see right here, Scott Shives still trying to get to the inside.
Yeah, he's right there. The pack just slips up a little. That'll open the door for Scott because he is right there on his bumper.
Yeah, he's just playing follow the leader as he's just following Pack through the turns. Great onboard shot.
In car here.
Got a great looking onboard shot. Here he goes. He's looking. He's peeking. Nope, not going to do it. I don't think he wants to put... I think if he gets on that apron just a little bit, I think he can do it, but I don't think he wants to put his tires on that apron.
That apron can be kind of tricky. You can get down there, you might get loose, break free, and end your night if you're not careful.
Yeah, we've already got one car out of the race as Zach Pitano disconnected not too long ago. So that will make us...
Did they quit complaining about the football game?
And it looks like Yogi Schleer has disconnected too. Maybe. Oh, no, he's on the track. He's just 3 laps down. Yogi Schleer from Wilmington, North Carolina. Big Ryan Blaney fan, so you know he's excited about the next round of the playoffs. As we see Schleer in the snap-on number 12. Looking really good, trying to get under Paul Dillon. This is not for position, though, folks. As now they're side by side for the lead. Here comes Shives. He'll shoot to the inside. Drag race as they go down the backstretch. Give it to Shives with the advantage as they come into 3.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted to try to clear Pack before they got to those cars up ahead of them there.
Yeah, and he'll clear Pack by a car length. What a move by Scott Shives. And that's what I think he was doing. I think he was saving his tires and getting ready because, I mean, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this race. I mean, there's less than... Hold on a second. I'm doing some math in my head. 43 laps to go in this race. So
Man, I'd have to get my calculator out.
I believe it's 43 as now they have entered lap traffic. Bradley Young is the first lap car that they're trying to get around.
Looks like we've only got 10 cars on the lead lap here.
Hunter Carlson apologizing to Austin Cansdale. As now we see right here, Chris Golden trying to get under Stephen Luttrell. Golden just doing a great job just riding around. Needs to get up and get up to Bradley Young if he wants to get the lucky dog. His pit stops has begin to start with Benjamin Hollenbaugh and Daniel Jones on pit road. Hollenbaugh. And we're being told that Benjamin Hollenbaugh has a black flag. I believe that's probably a speeding penalty. So they're going to hold him. But that car still looks like it's on the jacks.
Yeah, it is. You might as well take some tires there while you're serving the penalty.
You see Daniel Mindfu Jones leaving his pit box. Jones scored 2 laps down.
He's got to be serving that penalty now because his crew's just kind of standing there. There he goes, man. He's back off, underway.
Looks like he's got some damage on his right front. That right front fender, the tire's peeking out. They better watch that because that could be a tire rub later on. As you can see right there, that tire's just peeking out just a hair.
Yeah, well, that could be some of that offset or something if they're running any offset, or it could be, some toe-in issues, or I don't really remember him getting into anybody.
Paul Dillon trying to work under Austin Lucky Cansdale for the 4th position. Now here comes Paul Dillon. He'll shoot to the inside. Dillon coming off some big momentum, getting 2nd at Dover. So in the truck. So this is a great momentum that he's riding on, trying to get a good finish here at Stafford. Currently running up in the 5th position, and currently battling for the 4th position. So great job by Paul Dillon today. And he's kept that car really clean. As they go into the turn right here, you're going to see him try to peek it. And see, he is using the apron. So that gives him a little more drive, a little more grip.
Yeah. It just seems like over the last 3 or 4 races that Austin has kind of been struggling a little, even though he's running in the top 5. It just seems like there's something amiss and a little something off there.
As we see right here, as we hit less than, hold on a second, less than
52 laps,
53 laps. Well, now it's 52 laps to go in this race. And Austin Pack is caught back up to Scott Shives. And with Shives hitting lap traffic, Pack can use one of these lap cars as a pick.
Yes, he could.
As we see right here,
they're putting down some great lap times, I tell you.
Yeah, Charles Oldberg just moves out of the way and lets the leaders get by. As now we see Scott Shives continuing to lead. Austin Peck in 2nd. 3rd is going to be Hunter Carlson. These two have separated themselves from the field by a whole 7 seconds. As Austin Cansdale's trying to work under Paul Dillon, but Dillon's got the drive off on the inside line as Cansdale almost got in the wall. Cansdale trying to let it roll through the center, trying to get on it, but he's able to get the advantage, but Paul Dillon's got the straightaway speed and the drive off the corner right here, just gets it down to that apron and gets a lot more grip. And right now they're drag racing still around this corner. Whoever gets this position, as Luttrell now giving some help to Paul Dillon with the draft, just a little arrow help, as now they are still locked up for this 4th position. Oh, and there it goes. Cansdale into the wall. That's going to allow Paul Dillon to clear him by quite a bit, as now Stephen Luttrell's going to try to follow Paul Dillon and take away the position. Meanwhile, all this going on is Scott Shives is checked out to a 0.3 of a second lead over Austin Pack. Pack still trying to run there as we hit 46 laps to go this time by. It's going to be time. I think Pack's just saving his tires. That's what he's doing. He's just saving his tires, just like we saw Shives, as we see more cars on pit road. And now we see Daniel Mindfu Jones, Jared Berlin, all trying to get back on the lead lap. Man, they are multiple laps down.
We got a post here from 4 Wide Motorsports TV. It says, love seeing these guys go caution free so far. But my God, from the outside looking in, I think you do need some cautions. Well, cautions do bring the excitement, that's for sure.
Yeah, but these guys have been doing a great job. Shout out to them. They listened to the boss when he said, keep it clean tonight, fellas, and they definitely kept it clean. This has been a great race. As we hit 43 laps to go, I mean, we haven't had a single caution, and there's been action all over the racetrack. So I really don't think we need cautions to keep the excitement up there, Chris, but that's just my opinion.
Well, you know, the thing with a caution is one caution breeds more caution. So, with these laps winding down, I don't really want to see a caution right now because, there goes Chris up into the pebbles. Almost got in the wall there.
Yeah, he was just moving out of the way so he was letting Benjamin Hollenbach get the position. He told him he'd give him the bottom.
He gave it to him all right.
Yeah, definitely
he gave him the bottom and the middle. Gave him plenty of room there. But yeah, these guys have been picking up the laps and putting them down. They're not messing around. They're getting on down the road. I think we got, 6 cars now on the lead lap?
Yeah, there's about 6 cars on the lead lap, so this is
6. Yeah.
This is going to be interesting for sure. 40 laps to go in this race. Scott Shives continue to lead as he's coming up on the lap car. Here's our race recap. Working lap 86, our leader is Scott Shives. We have not had any cautions. There's been 2 lead changes with Austin Pack and Scott Shives. Austin Pack has the fastest lap so far at a 20:59. So that's something to keep an eye on. As now we see, Chris Golden into the wall. And Scott Shives just able to drive under Stephen Luttrell. Now coming up on Austin Cansdale. This will move the lap total of lap cars to 5. So there will be 4 cars on the lead lap when he's able to get around Cansdale. As he shoots to the inside, Cansdale into the wall. So Shives moves past Cansdale. 5 cars left on the lead lap in this race with 37 laps to go.
I think Cansdale needs some tires.
Actually, there's 3 cars on the lead lap. My mistake. Something happened to Austin Pack. He must have pitted because he's dropped down to P7 while this was going on. Hunter Carlson has moved into the 2nd position. Stephen Luttrell's coming in. There's Austin Pack.
So right now we're showing 2 cars on the lead lap.
Yep, he pitted. That's what it was. He pitted.
Yeah.
So now it gets interesting because does our leader, Mr. Scott Shives, come in? He's got a 9-second lead over Hunter Carlson in 2nd. Does he come in or does he stay out and finish out this race?
If it's me, if I could stay out, I'd stay out.
Well, all right, here's the call. Hunter Carlson is coming in this time by. Scott Shives continues to stay out. So this is some interesting strategy. I think what Scott Shives is doing is he's going to lap the whole field, get him a lap down, and then come in and try to still get in front of Carlson on the blend. That's what I think is going to happen.
Because I think these are probably scheduled stops.
Scott Shives is on pit road. Tires. Scott Shives coming in behind Hunter Carlson, and now he'll pass him as he's got the number 1 pit box, being the pole sitter that he was.
Let's see if he takes 2 or 4. I'm going to say 2.
I think he's going to take 4 right here.
You think so?
Let's see right here. Yep, 4.
Yep, 4 tires.
So 4 tires for Scott Shives. That's going to put Austin Cansdale in the lead. And Cansdale has a 4-second lead over Shives. So, I mean, this is going to be something for sure, as Cansdale has not pitted yet. So that's going to be interesting.
Left, 31.
Yep. Started third, highest second, lowest fifth. And he's currently leading. Still has not pitted 95 laps on those tires. Wow. But he's doing a great job keeping it working, as Austin Cancel is going to be the leader over Austin Pack. So Pack,
well, the longer he stays out on those tires, that's going to give those other guys a chance to catch up to him quick.
But here's the thing. Look right here. Here's your. I mean, if Cansdale pits, this is your battle for the lead right here in the end of the cycle. As Pack continuing to hold on to the position as we hit 29 laps, come to 28 laps to go as they come into 3 and 4. Pack's going to be your leader. He's going to be able to hold off Scott Shives for the moment. Tressler in the wall. Whoa, that was almost a Code Brown moment there for Austin Pack. And now Joshua Tressler, I think he might have some damage. Yeah, got some big damages. He's coming up as Hunter Carlson's going to be able to pass him for the 4th position, and he's hitting pit road trying to fix it. Oh, man, Austin Cansell into the wall. So here we go. Scott Shives is right on the back bumper of our leader, Austin Pack. These two have battled the whole race, and we think back to the last late model race at North Wilkesboro, where it came down to it. There was net code. He did not spin him out. There was net code. Actually, no, that was Langley. That was not. All right, and it looks like somebody's disconnecting. I can't tell. It sounded like Hunter Carlson's disconnecting, but I can't tell for sure.
Well, wasn't he? Was he the one blinking earlier?
No, that was Austin Pack.
Was it Austin Pack? These boys are moving fast around the track. Can't keep up with them.
So Joshua Tressler has disconnected after that hard hit as we hit 24 laps to go. Now Scott Shives trying to work to the inside, trying to make the move. Here comes Shives. He'll look to the inside of Pack. He'll get up to the corner panel. Now he's trying to make this move as we hit 23 laps to go. Here comes Pack. He'll drive to the inside, trying to get alongside of Shives. Shives get alongside of Pack. Now Shives drag race down the backstretch as they head into 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, Scott Shives going to have the advantage. Scott Shives will be your new leader once again here at Stafford. I had to think about it for a moment. 22 laps to go now as they come down. Coming out of 3 and 4, Shives with the advantage. Now he's got a good car length lead over Pack as he's jumped out to a 2.2 of a second lead. Here comes Shives. He's got the lap car, Chris Golden. Now Austin Pack could use that as a pick, Chris.
Yeah, you got to be real careful right here because Chris is in 4th spot. Last car on the lead lap. And these guys are put, here we go. Chris just kind of yields the corner to them. Doesn't want to interfere with what they got going on, which is always nice to see. You know, let those leaders do their thing.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now we see a great onboard shot from our producer, Mr. Tracy Brown, of Austin Pack, just showing you what he's seeing out of his windshield. As now we see Pack trying to get alongside of Shives.
Starting to use a little bit of that apron down there. Uh-oh, there goes. He's blinking again. I guess you could say he's winking at Scott back there, from the back there.
18 laps to go here at Stafford. Scott Shive continuing to lead, but here comes Austin Pack. Pack trying to get alongside of him. Pack trying to get to his back bumper. It's still 0.2 of a second advantage for Shive. Here we go. 17 laps to go. Here comes Pack. Pack just trying to get Shive to burn up his stuff, but at the same time trying to save his own equipment so he can make this move as we hit 16 laps to go this time by.
He's doing everything. Pack's doing everything he can to find a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, here comes Pack. He's trying to get up to the back bumper of Shive, but he just can't do it. He does not have the capabilities that Shive had when Shive was running behind him. It's too much dirty air, I think, for him to get up there.
I'll tell you,
he's going to have to send it.
These boys have just set new times. Scott Shive's best lap is 19.969. Austin Pack, our fastest lap, at a 19.963. And Hunter Carlson at a 19.983.
Yeah, and we have confirmation that was Joshua Tressler who disconnected because he said his knee couldn't take it. So, tough break for Joshua Tressler. We hope that your knee gets better and you'll be ready to go when we hit back into the trucks on Monday. All right, here we go. Back here live at Stafford. Austin Pack is right behind Scott Shive. And it's a hard thing, Chris. You know, you got to maintain your equipment, and you're trying to get the guy in front of you to burn up his, but you can't push it too much.
Yeah, and these guys are so evenly competitive that you're like, man, come on, you know. I just need a little bit of daylight in one of these turns. Scott, just give me a little bit of daylight. That's all that Pack's thinking about right now, just a little bit of daylight. You see him get way down into the apron this time.
Well, as we hit 10 laps to go, it's time to go. Gloves are off. Here comes Pack. He's trying to get alongside, but Shive is starting to pull away from Pack just little by little as it's jumped out. Once again, I mean, Pack's keeping it 2/10. Now it's jumped down to a 10th. But he's keeping it right there as Pack is right up on the back bumper of Shives. 9 laps to go as they're coming up on the lap machine of Yogi Schleer.
And that's just traffic. I mean, these guys are giving them room, so they're trying to stay out of the way of these leaders with these laps wind down. And nobody's giving an inch in that first and second position right there.
Yeah, as we see right here, 8 laps to go here at Stafford. In Utah, I think Pack knows, Austin Pack knows that. That's why he's going, and he's gotten up to the back bumper this time of Shives, trying to get to the corner panel. 7 to go this time by as they hit down the backstretch into 3. Yogi Schleer hard into the wall. But we stay green. 6 laps of racing remaining. As here we go down the backstretch, going into turn number 3. Here comes Pack as we're watching this battle live with you folks. Here we go. Hitting the line, 5 to go this time by.
Yeah, it's almost like right here on this end of the track, Pack has the advantage. And then 3 and 4, Shive has the advantage. So, I mean, that's how even these guys really are.
Yeah, and Pack gets such a great run coming out of 3 and 4. I mean, he's able to roll it through the center and able to get it right up on the back bumper of Scott Shives.
Yeah, we got a post here in our YouTube chat says got a bump and run.
Yeah, got a bump and run. Got to give him those.
He's not getting close enough to get the old bump on him.
Yeah, he's going to have to go as we hit 3 laps to go this time by, folks. 3 to go. Scott Shives continuing to lead. Austin Pack, these two have battled all day long, swapping up front. They both pitted, and they're both right here battling for the lead once again as we hit 2 to go this time by. 2 laps of racing remaining. Scott Shives got, Austin Pack into the wall. He's driving her in there, trying to drive the wheels off that thing. Here he goes. He's got it in line. He's trying to get right there. Now he's up there. Oh, man, he can't get up there. 2/10 of a second is the separation as they hit the white flag this time by. Scott Shives, what a drive. He's won in the Chin Force. He's won in the late models. He's won in the late models. As he comes down the backstretch, you hear him in the booth. But tonight, it's going to be Scott Shives as they go into the turn. Scott Shives going to hold on. Scott Shives going to win at Stafford.
Yeah, what a ride right there. Oh, man, hats off to those. You almost wish for these guys that there was 50 more laps, you know. Man.
Scott Shives is your winner. He goes back to back after winning at North Wilkesboro. Great race out there from all the competitors. Stick around. We'll be right back with our post-race coverage. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, well, at least it was after the checkers.
And welcome back to Stafford Motor Speedway. You guys just saw in a very exciting race. This is producer Tracy here. Just wanted to kind of give a quick shout out to someone for my couch partner there on Friday nights, Mr. Charles Oberg. He has a family member, Samantha Dell. She just ran her last race here this past weekend at Stafford Motor Speedway, running in the limited late model stock class. I had all intentions of going and double checking, see where you finished at, Miss Dell, but unfortunately I ran out of time, had a lot of other stuff going, but just wanted to say we look forward to seeing you on the track in the future. And hey, always consider running some racing with us here. We'd love to have you out here, maybe in our late model stock class or another class. But anyway, just wanted to give a shout out for Mr. O to Samantha Dell. And I do believe we have Chris Norris, who has caught up with our third place finisher or the third place podium spot. Chris, are you there, buddy?
Here with you, buddy. Just wanted to follow up on what you were saying. Charles, congratulations to your family member. That's awesome. Maybe we'll see her back at the track sometime in the near future. All right, I've caught up with our third place finisher, Hunter Carlson, or Chef as we know him. Chef, how's it going, man?
Oh, it's going pretty good after that race.
I know, man. It's not every day you get to see 125 laps of green flag racing with no cautions. Man, I think you guys probably set a race record as far as time is concerned with this one. Yeah, I mean, you guys were picking them up and putting them down. There's no joke there. And it seemed like as the rubber got on the track, the faster it was getting. So tell me about your ride tonight, man. I mean, how did you feel about it overall?
Really, what really hurt me tonight was my qualifying effort. I did not have a good qualifying effort. I don't think I ran enough laps in practice to really run that. Track was a little bit more rubbered up in qualifying than I thought, and just missed the line. But had to use my tires early in the run. I mean, I kind of rode for about 20, 30 laps, and I thought it was go time, and then I kind of just used them up trying to get through the field there, and got Austin there, and I guess I caught him too early in the center in the corner, way earlier than I thought. I jammed on the brakes, try to not hit him, and I ended up spinning them on accident. So if he's watching, I greatly apologize for that. But otherwise, after that, it was just more so just try to run clean laps, hope for either a caution or something to come out, and pit when I needed to pit for fuel. And they took 4, I took 2, so I was able to catch them for the first half that last run. But the last half of the run, I was just holding on for dear life because the left rear was starting to give out. And I'll say, it was success because I'm still learning these things.
Yeah, I mean, you continue to impress. I mean, as the season goes on, with both the trucks and with the late models, and it's such a dynamic field of drivers. I mean, I think everybody in full wide motorsports is, top notch competitors, from front to back. I mean, you guys just really put on a heck of a show tonight, man, and I'm grateful for it. I mean, we had some viewers tonight. I think we had the highest number was like 13. So, had quite a few comments over here in our chat and everything. So we're continuing to grow on the track, and I guess off of the track through our broadcasting. So it's great to see Full Wide headed in the direction that it's heading in. How do you feel about your future with Full Wide?
First thing I want to say is I couldn't be more proud of this group of racers. As an admin, we came a long way as a league, and just see this race on a track that pretty much 99.9% of us have never touched before tonight, and we go out there, run good hard racing, caution free. That's the most impressive thing I've seen on this sim. And just for the future of me, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. Just try to help where I can on the admin side, and hopefully add a few more championships to my name.
Yeah, I was getting ready to point that out. You're not just a driver with 4Wide, you're also an admin with 4Wide. Has there been any talk as of late about rule changes or anything like that on the admin side? I'll give you the opportunity to plug that in there.
No, not really. I think we have at least on the Monday side, we have a real good thing going. Our Friday nights, we're still trying to find our feet a little bit there, especially on the starts of the races. But no rule changes yet, and I don't think we're gonna make any changes during the season. Well, if anything, we'll wait until the end of the season to figure out what we liked, what we didn't like. But for right now, I really like what we're doing here on Mondays, especially in these two series we run on this night, and I'm excited to keep going.
I agree, man. I mean, there's nothing boring about it. I promise you. Hunter, do you have anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to? And thanks from sponsors. I'll give you a little bit of freestyle time here for just a few minutes in closing.
Yeah, I want to thank TJ Spainhour over at Studio 86 Graphics and Design. He's always keeping me looking fantastic, great. He's always real good. If you ever want anything done, go to studio86.portfolio.com. Check out his creations and reach out to him if you want anything done. As well, I want to thank Victory Fuel for always supporting me out there. Use code CHEF for 10% off on all the products there. I want to thank everyone over at 4Wide Motorsports Network. Thank you all for what you do and everything you guys will do in the future. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. And I want to thank everyone over at Copperhead Racing, DJ, Brad, Christian Strader, Brandon McLaughlin, everyone over there. Just keep on keeping on, boys. I know you're watching, and I'll see you guys on the track here in a couple of days.
All right, shoot. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate all that you do on the track, off the track. You and them boys over there in Peoria, Illinois, Copperhead Racing, y'all keep it going strong.
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got our second place finisher, Mr. Austin Pack. Austin, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Austin, man, are your arms wore out yet?
Man, they are. That was an intense 125 laps from start to finish.
It was intense for us. For a minute, I thought Emmett was going to pass out when you guys kept getting close. I think you two guys, there's nothing that we can really add to it. I mean, you guys did all your talking on the track tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Racing speaks for itself tonight.
Yes, I mean, you set the fastest lap at a 20.59. That was the best lap of the evening. You took the pole, and you got out there. You got to lead a little bit of laps. Tell us about the car. I mean, was there anything else you could have got out of it?
I probably could have saved a little bit more when I pitted before Scott, but I was as soon as I took 4 tires, I mean it was hammered down. I wanted to make sure I come out on the track ahead before he did. So I think I used up a little bit too much. If I'd have been a little more conservative then, I think I'd have been all right. But I feel like I still had enough, but it just like at the last 10, 15 laps, we were running identical lap times. So, I mean, it wasn't much else I could do to get around him other than, turn him, but I wasn't going to do that.
I don't think we commented on it, but I did notice right there towards the end, your rear tires were kind of sometimes wanting to kind of break a little free from you.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I used them up.
Yeah, I mean, but man, what a race! And then I noticed also that you started to try to get down a little more onto the apron to get in a little deeper, trying to make up a little bit of time to get up under that quarter panel there. But man, I'm at a loss for words, man. What a great race! I mean, I know you probably wanted to take that first place spot, man, but man, you got to be kind of proud of that second place finish in the race and the show that you guys put on tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean to run, like I said, to run as clean as me and Scott did all night long. We both passed each other. Didn't both of us had a 0x. We didn't. It wasn't tearing up race cars. Like I said, if we can run 125 laps every week just like that, I'd be more than glad with a second place finish. Like I said, I try to run everybody clean and just show my speed on the track, and we had it tonight. But like I said, Scott didn't make a mistake at the end. And I didn't make a mistake at the beginning. That's why it took so long to get around me the first time. So as long as it's going to be a great season, long season.
Oh yeah, I mean, I commend you guys on the sportsmanship, the give and the take, the courtesy that you guys showed each other. And tonight, I think that you and Scott showed what iRacing is all about.
Yeah, you can get it done without tearing up cars. That's for sure.
Exactly. And, there was no dumb stuff going on. I mean, you guys were legit tonight. And I thank you for a great show, man. I mean, it was just awesome.
Glad we could put it on.
Yeah, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you got that second place there. Austin, in closing, my friend, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, definitely thank Wayne and the whole Four Wide Motorsports group for putting this on. Tracy for broadcasting, yourself and Emmett for talking to us all night long. We had a bad, fast Bass Pro Shops hot rod, and looking to bring it back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, do me a favor, man. For those of us that do not know, where is Walkertown, North Carolina?
Oh man, Walkertown, it's a little town right outside of Winston-Salem, between Winston-Salem and Kernersville. We grew up, on a big farm. That's all we did as kids was racing go-karts. Both my father and grandfather raced late models, modifieds. I went straight from a go-kart to a modified, so I skipped all the middleman stuff there. And it's nice to be back doing a little driving, even though it is simulator, because it is too expensive to do it in real life anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you got to almost have a bank in your back pocket to get out there. But hey, Pack, appreciate you, man. Again, thank you for a wonderful show, and you enjoy the rest of your evening, and go ice up those shoulders, because I mean, I don't know what you had your force feedback set at, but if you were above a 14 or a 15, depending on what your rig is, yeah, you might feel that one a little bit more.
That's right.
All right, brother. You have a great evening.
Thanks, y'all too.
Yeah, man. Damn it.
All right, and that was our runner-up, Mr. Austin Pack and our third place driver, Mr. Hunter Carlson, with Chris Norris. And I'm joined right here, race fans, with your race winner, Mr. Scott Shives. Scott, you went back-to-back, man. How does this feel?
That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row. I forgot.
No, you're good. It feels great. I love getting to win. I love getting to take this car to victory lane. Each race, I expect it. Like I don't know. I'm just like, okay, when is this streak gonna break? Because it feels really good. I was like, man, 3 in a row would be absolutely awesome. But I knew that Austin was going to be racing me the most. I knew Carlson and Cansdale. Like Cansdale looked really fast in practice, so I was pretty concerned about Cansdale there for a bit. But I mean, you saw the close racing between me and Austin. I mean, I was so focused that I even forgot to do victory burnouts.
Yeah, we were joking about that during the break. We were like, "Where's the smoke show?" I think our producer, Mr. Tracy Brown, said.
Yeah. But
all right,
it was amazing. This is one of the funnest races I've ever been a part of. It's really, really great getting to race with Austin Pack. It's always so clean between me and him. I know we had the net code in St. Langley. Me and him got to talk, and everything was all good. But I know that when I'm around him and around a lot of the guys, that I know that we're gonna have some good, clean racing, and it's just gonna be fun. I made a mistake there at the beginning into turn one. I let him pull the crossover on me. Did not expect that at lap one. Not going to lie. I had no idea that he was going to pull that, and it was a great move for him. And it just took me a long time to get by him because we were just so close on speed. But I knew that I had to stay with him. Honestly, sitting at one point right behind him, I honestly, having called races at Sobo, I kind of felt like we were Peyton Sellers and Trevor Ward right there. Just so many races between the two of them where they were, 4/10 apart the whole race. I mean, and every lap, me and Pack were right there. Either he was on my bumper or I was on his, and I knew that I couldn't make a mistake. And Austin said it earlier. I didn't. That was, I was just locked in. But it very easily could have made a mistake, and I knew that he would have been right there. So it really was driving me. Just hey, I got to make this pass. I got to make it cleanly, and then I got to try to drive away as much as I can or not make mistakes. But it's really, really fun getting to race like this, getting to race close with guys. A win is a win, but it's definitely different whether you walk away with it or whether you win it just by a hair like this one, because it's fun just getting to race around drivers the whole race.
Yeah, you're talking about Peyton Sellers. I haven't heard that name since the K&N days, driving the 16 Napa machine. But yeah, great race. And so in 2 weeks, are we going to see you do a 4-peat?
I don't know. I didn't feel amazing about Stafford. I've raced here a couple times before, but again, this is a track I have less experience with. I've never run at Slinger in the late models. I've run in super late models before, but obviously the super late models and late model stocks are very different in just the way that they drive, especially here on iRacing. So I might put in some practice laps of my own, even before just the hour that we get before the race time. It's bumpy. You're gonna be bottoming out a little bit. It's gonna be a tough one. There's no way we go caution free. It was also really cool to go caution free tonight. But yeah, I don't know. Slinger, if I was worried about any of these past 3 races, I'm the most concerned about Slinger.
All right. Well, before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Yeah, of course, I've always got to thank the good Lord above, continuing to drive me and give me the talents, the abilities to be here in the seat as well as in the booth with you guys when we get to do the trucks. I'm just so incredibly blessed, and Christ is the foundation of my joy, the foundation of my life, and the foundation of my love for racing. I couldn't do anything of this without Him, my Lord and Savior. Of course, I got to thank my girlfriend, of course, Avery, and my family. The B-Main podcast. We just got to have an episode with Landon Pimbleton, 2-time Valley Star Credit Union 300 winner. Go check that out. The underscore B-Main is our handle on YouTube, Spotify. You can find us at those 2 locations. But go enjoy some B-Main podcasts. I'm still working on the paint scheme, Emmett. My good buddy, my co-host, he's our paint scheme guy. And me and my mom have been editing the logo a little bit. But I do believe by the next race at Slinger, I will have the B-Main paint scheme. And I'm really going to be hankering to put it in victory lane.
All right. Well, we'll hold you to it. And with that being said, congrats, man, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Slinger.
Thank you, Emmett.
No problem. All right, race fans. So that was your winner, Mr. Scott Shives, your 3-time winner in this FWM Late Model Series. But for my producer, Mr. Tracy Brown, for my co-host, Mr. Oh, wait. We got to do the next quick move of the race. I think it's going to be.
So this producer Tracy Brown would have to say I don't know. It's got to be. I think my vote would be for Scott Chive passing Austin Pack after Austin did the appropriate thing, short pitted, came back out after all the pits were done and took the lead, and so he made the appropriate pit call, I think, and had Scott behind him. And so Scott passing Mr. Pack would probably be my vote.
Yeah, that's definitely my vote. Chris?
I'm down with that. I'm down with it.
All right. So
Made the right call.
all right, so unanimously, it's going to be when Scott Shives made the pass on Austin Pack after Austin short pitted. But with my producer, Mr. Tracy Brown, with my co-host, Mr. Chris Norris, I'm Emmett Crow saying good night from Stafford. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Slinger, and Monday night we will see you in the trucks. Good night, everybody.